machine.
Of the U.S. war machine.
New York to Gaza.
New York to Gaza.
Globalize the Intifada.
Globalize the Intifada.
New York to Gaza. Globalize the Intifada.
Globalize the Intifada.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
We demand liberation and the Zionist occupation. We demand liberation and the Zionist occupation. Biden, Biden, you can't hide. You're committing genocide. Graceman, you can't hide. You're supporting genocide. Welcome. Thank you very much, everyone. My name is 𝐙𝐤𝐚. I'll be your MC today. I'm also a member of 𝐷𝐿𝐷 for Korean Community Development. 𝐷𝐿𝐷 is an organization of overseas Koreans struggling for the reunification of our country and the end of imperialism around the world, including in Palestine. Before we start, I have a few reminders about our event. First, this is a vigil and a rally, so we will not be marching today. For those of you who brought personal blankets, we invite you to sit so that everyone in the back can have a better view. Later on in our program, there will be a martyr's dua, or prayer, led by the Palestinian Youth Movement. During this time, we invite those of you who would like to pray to come to the front and ask anyone else in the crowd to stay silent during the time of prayer. We have water, snacks, and hand warmers available in the front as well. If you need any of these things, feel free to come forward. If you look around, you'll see marshals wearing red armbands posted at different spots around the mall. They are here to make sure that we are not blocking traffic and also to keep us safe. So if you have any concerns, find someone with a red armband. Lastly, if we should have any issues with counter-protesters, Zionists, or right-wing media today, we kindly ask that you do not engage with them. Now, the reason we are here. Yesterday was the start of the new year. Traditionally, this is a time for us to be at home with our families, to make offerings to our ancestors. This is a time when we do not speak about death. But the circumstances of our times demand that we break these traditions. Because for the last 127 days, Israel has conducted a genocide in Gaza. And for every single one of those 127 days, the United States government has bankrolled and armed Israel using our taxpayer money. It ain't right. So today you could say we're breaking traditions, or in other words, we are reinterpreting them. We are not going to stay silent about the dead as a genocide is happening. We will not turn away from our Palestinian family to selfishly focus on our own. And we will remember our revolutionary ancestors by remembering their fight against Japanese colonialism and American imperialism as the same fight that is taking place in Palestine today. It's in the spirit of this that we'll be performing a chesa and a martyr's dua later in our program today. Right now, as we gather, just steps away, elected leaders from across our city and New York State are inside Flushing Town Hall for a Lunar New Year celebration. Many of them, if not all of them, have not called for a ceasefire in Gaza. And the worst among them is Congresswoman Grace Meng. Last year, Grace Meng received $85,000 from AIPAC, the pro-Israel lobby group. Grace Meng has not only refused to call for a ceasefire, she actually wrote a letter to the State Department opposing one. when over 100 of her constituents met with her to ask her to change her mind, bringing a petition with over 1,000 signatures from her constituents. All 𝐙𝐸𝐻𝐢 could promise to do was to show more sympathy for Palestinians. 𝐙𝐸𝐻𝐢, Palestinians do not want your sympathy. We do not want your sympathy. We want a ceasefire. We want an end to U.S. aid to Israel permanently. We've gathered here today with over 30 organizations, Korean, Palestinian, Asian American, anti-war, from across our city. To start us off, I'm going to invite up my comrades, Mia, Jamie, and 𝐷𝐤𝐢, who will be delivering a prepared statement from Norutol in English, Korean, and Mandarin.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! My name is Mia, and I'm a member of Norutol for Korean Community Development. This Lunar New Year, we are here to honor the martyrs of Palestine. In the past 127 days, over 30,000 Palestinians have been murdered by Israeli forces. But these martyrs are not just a number. They are 30,000 people, each with names and families. This time last year, they had dreams, they had hopes, and they had plans for the new year. And they should still be here with us today. What is happening in Palestine is a genocide, and the U.S. is funding it. As Koreans, we also know what it's like to be terrorized by America's bombs. During the Korean War, the U.S. bombed our cities to ashes. After the war, many Koreans came to the U.S., only to realize that this is a country where the government serves the rich and tramples on the poor. In New York, 1 in 4 Asian immigrants live in poverty. Here in Flushing, Korean and Chinese immigrants are working long hours and difficult jobs, struggling to build a new life in a new country with no social safety net. Instead of supporting our people, the U.S. is taking our tax dollars and using them to kill Palestinian children. Instead of funding our hospitals, the U.S. is helping Israel bomb hospitals in Gaza. Instead of fixing our subway stations that fall apart after every big rain, the U.S. is sending warplanes and missiles to Israel. The U.S. has sent a total of $300 billion to Israel. And where is the money for working people like us? Shame! Lunar New Year is a time to pay respects to our ancestors. Today, as we ask our ancestors to watch over us, we also ask them to watch over Palestine. We ask our ancestors to look after the Palestinian people, to look over the Palestinian children, and to lead Palestine to liberation. As we welcome the Year of the Dragon, we ask for the dragon's power and courage. We ask the dragon to give strength to the people of Palestine, because we are not free until Palestine is free, and Palestine is freeing us every single day as they continue their unwavering struggle. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Hi everyone! Okay, raise your hand if you speak Korean. Yeah! I'm gonna teach you how to say Free Palestine in Korean, okay? I'm gonna say Palestine의 해방을, and then y'all say 위하여. Okay? 위하여. 팔레스타인의 해방을 위하여. 팔레스타인의 해방을 위하여. 예! 이렇게 설 명절에 우리는 팔레스타인의 해상들을 기리기 위해 여기에 모였습니다. 지난 127일 동안 이스라엘 군대에 의해 3만 명 이상의 팔레스타인인들이 살해되었습니다. 그러나 이 해상자들은 단순한 숫자가 아닙니다. 그들은 각각 이름과 가족이 있는 3만 명의 사람들입니다. 작년 이맘때는 그들은 새해에 대한 꿈과 희망, 계획을 가졌습니다. 오늘도 우리와 꼭 함께 있어야 하는 분들입니다. 지금 팔레스타인에서 일어나고 있는 것은 대량 학살이며 미국은 이를 후원하고 있습니다. 또 오늘 여기 많은 한국 분들이 많이 모였습니다. 왜냐하면 한국인으로서 미국의 폭탄에, 공포에 떨었던 경험을 알고 있기 때문입니다. 한국 전쟁 중에 미국은 우리 도시를 잿더미로 만들고 우리 인구의 20%를 죽였습니다. 전쟁 이후 많은 한국인들이 미국으로 왔지만 여기는 정부가 부자들에게 봉사하고 제 어머님처럼 가난한 이들은 짓밟은 나라임을 깨달았습니다. 뉴욕에서 4명 중 1명이 아시아 이민자가 가난하게 살고 있습니다. 여기 플러싱에서는 한국인과 중국 이민자들이 긴 시간 동안 힘든 일을 하며 새로운 나라에서 사회적 안정만 없이 새 삶을 찾고 있습니다. 우리 미국 국민을 지원하는 대신 미국은 우리의 세금을 가져가 팔레스타인의 어린이를 죽이도록 이스라엘을 도와주고 있습니다. 우리의 병원을 지원하는 대신 미국은 가자에서 병원을 폭격하고 있습니다. 큰 비가 오면 물이 넘쳐 엉망이 되는 우리의 지하철을 고치는 대신 미국은 이스라엘에 전투기와 미사일을 보내고 있습니다. 미국은 총 3천억 달러를 이스라엘에 보냈습니다. 우리와 같은 노동자들을 위한 돈은 어디에 있나요? 부끄럽습니다. 설 명절은 우리 조상들에게 경의를 표하는 시간입니다. 새해를 맞으며 조상들에게 저희를 지켜달라고 빌며 저희는 또 팔레스타인도 지켜달라고 빌고 싶습니다. 우리 조상들이시여 끝까지 팔레스타인 사람들을 돌봐주시고 팔레스타인 어린이들을 지켜주시고 팔레스타인을 해방시켜 주시기를 빕니다. 아울러 우리가 용의 해를 맞이하면서 용의 힘과 용기를 청합니다. 우리는 용이 팔레스타인의 사람들에게 힘을 주도록 부탁합니다. 왜냐하면 팔레스타인이 자유로워질 때까지 우리도 자유로워지지 않기 때문입니다. 그리고 팔레스타인은 그들을 끈질긴 투쟁을 이어가며 우리를 매일 자유롭게 하고 있습니다. 팔레스타인의 해방을! 팔레스타인의 해방을! 감사합니다. 다자하! 니하오! 신년快乐! Okay, I'm going to teach you all a chant in Mandarin Chinese. It has 2 words for you to learn. The first is 解放. 解放. 解放 means free. You can see it on Cav's poster here. 解放 Palestine. Free Palestine. The second word is 加油. 加油. 加油 literally means add oil or add fuel. It's like, let's go. Or if you speak Korean, it's like, fighting. So, 加油 Palestine is like, let's go Palestine. You can do it, Palestine. Okay, so repeat after me. 解放 Palestine. 加油 Palestine. 解放 Palestine. 加油 Palestine. Woo! Nice job. 好，大家好。你好，我叫金正
你，我是 Urdu 的成员，我们是住在美国的韩国人。谢谢你们来我们今天的活动。今天为了春节，我们想恭敬巴勒斯坦的殉道者。在过去127天里，3万多名巴勒斯坦人被以色列军队杀害。但是这些殉道者不仅仅是一个数字，每个人都有名字和家庭。去年的时候，他们都有了新年的梦想、希望、计划。他们应该仍然跟我们在一起。巴勒斯坦正在发生的是一场种族灭绝，而且美国正在为其提供资金。其实韩国人也知道被美国的炸弹炸的感觉。在韩国战争的时候，美国将我们的城市炸成灰烬。战争以后，好多韩国人来到了美国，却意识到美国是一个为富人服务、践踏穷人的国家。在纽约，1/4亚洲移民生活在贫困之中。在法拉盛，韩国移民和中国移民工作压力很大，时间也长，赚的钱也少。美国不帮助我们，但是美国拿走我们的税款，用他们杀害巴勒斯坦的儿童。美国不资助我们的医院，但是帮助以色列轰炸加沙的医院。美国不修理我们的地铁站，但是向以色列派遣战机和武器。美国已经向以色列提供了3000亿美元的援助，但是向我们的钱在哪里？美国不管我们，只爱以色列。这个事情是对还是错？错。是对还是错？错。每年的春节的时候，我们想感谢我们的祖先。今天我们请我们的祖先照顾我们，也想请我们的祖先照顾巴勒斯坦人民，保护巴勒斯坦的儿童，带领巴勒斯坦走向解放。今年是龙年，所以我们请龙给巴勒斯坦人民力量，解放 Palestine， 解放 Palestine， 加油 Palestine， 解放 Palestine， 加油 Palestine。好，谢谢。
Up next, we have a speaker from one of the leading organizations in the struggle for Palestine, not just here in New York City, but in the United States, Canada, and the UK, the Palestinian Youth Movement. The Palestinian Youth Movement is an independent, transnational, grassroots movement of young Palestinians in Palestine and in exile around the world as a consequence of the Zionist colonization and occupation of their homeland. They have been tirelessly organizing and mobilizing the people of New York City and the United States every week since October. Please give a warm welcome to Ibtihal from the Palestinian Youth Movement.
Lunar New Year with no data. When we say that we will honor all our martyrs, we mean that the work that we are doing is to ensure that the lives that have been unjustly stolen are not forgotten. That the work we do for the rest of our lives is done in the name of those who will not get the opportunity to see the freedom they have paid the ultimate price in service of. We have a duty to them, an active duty to not just the living, but an active duty to the dead. This week, one story made its way to many of us, and that is the story of Hind Rajab, a 6-year-old child who was killed by Israel after being trapped for a number of days in her family car. 13 days ago, Hind called the Palestinian Red Crescent and pleaded for over 3 hours to be rescued. We heard the live gunshots. We heard her screams. We knew she was surrounded by her martyred family members. We knew there was an ambulance on the way. Just yesterday, Hind's body was found, as were the scorched remains of the ambulances and medics sent to rescue her. Hind's story is one of tens of thousands. Our children have seen the worst of what humanity has to offer. Our children have been starved, displaced, tortured, and murdered for the simple act of being Palestinian. And right now, Palestinians happen to be the people standing in the way of the imperialist agenda to dominate and debilitate the global South. We have borne witness to unspeakable horrors in the last 127 days alone. Unspeakable horrors that have been the culmination of the 75-year genocidal project that is the Zionist entity. Israel destroys and violates the sanctity of life because it is the only thing it knows how to do. It is the only thing it was truly created to do. But bearing witness does not stop with internalizing what one sees. It is an act. Bearing witness means that you will fight. It means we will not just watch as Israel attempts to carry out the final stages of its genocidal ethnic cleansing of Gaza by forcing Palestinians out of Rafah. We will wreak havoc all across the United States, all across our locales, in every space we frequent, and with every individual we speak to. It means we will mobilize and get organized and demand a complete and utter dismantlement of the violence that is Zionism. On this lunar year, we are thinking of Hind. We are thinking of the over 12,000 children who were robbed of futures. We are thinking of the over 30,000 martyred. We are thinking of the countless others still trapped under the rubble. We are thinking of the tens of thousands of those who have lost their lives for the sake of liberation, for the sake of dignity and freedom, from Palestine to Korea. Rather than incapacitate us, these accounts must anger us and propel us to move forward in the new year. They must motivate us to organize. They must be the fire that we carry with us to keep up the fight, to demand the liberation of our peoples, and act through whatever means necessary to achieve that. Free Palestine.
Let's give it up again for the Palestinian Youth Movement. Up next is an organization that has played a leading role in Queens for many years and that we are proud to call a co-organizer of this event. 𝐃𝐚𝐢, Organizing Asian Communities, is an organization of working-class Asian immigrants fighting gentrification and building tenant power in Astoria and Chinatown. Please join me in welcoming Linda from 𝐃𝐚𝐢.
Hello, everyone. Before I begin, it is important I give you context. As of January 21st, the death toll in Palestine has surpassed 30,000, with 300,000 Palestinians facing a forced famine. One thing I learned that really changed how I saw this is that if we were to attend the funeral of every Palestinian child killed since the start of this genocide, it would take over 27 years to go to every one of them.
是很重要的，我想给大家一个背景。在1月21号，巴勒斯坦的死亡人数超过了25000人，然后有这个30万的巴勒斯坦人面临着驱逐。然后有一件事情我想说的是，我怎么看待这件事情。然后呢，如果我参加这个每一个巴勒斯坦孩子的葬礼，他们在这个种族大屠杀的时候被杀，它是将有27年来去成为就是他们当中的每一个人。
I'm Linda, and I'm 17 years old. I am youth leader at 𝐃𝐚𝐢 Chinatown Tenants Union, where we, as a membership of working class immigrants and youth, confront injustice and oppression in our daily lives. We are working to fight against displacement in Chinatown and Astoria, and we've been fighting the displacement of Palestinians since the 90s.
我是 Linda， 我17岁，我呢是 𝐃𝐚𝐢 唐人街组织的青年领导者。我作为这个工薪阶层的移民青年人的成员之一，在我的日常生活当中，我面临了非常多的不公正。
Supported by Western media. In school, the DOE has chosen to censor information and prohibit students and teachers from talking about it. Their actions make us complacent about the genocide. When we allow students to be misinformed or we don't educate students, we are raising adults who ignore their moral responsibilities or who fail to see the connections between larger societal issues. If this wasn't repressed in schools, everyone would see that they have a role to play and they can contribute.
当我第一次看到在这个巴勒斯坦大屠杀的事情的时候，我感到非常震惊，因为我在学校学到的每一件事情，或者冲突，或者看到的这些历史故事，都是被西方媒体所讲述的，或者被歪曲的。所以在学校呢，教育系统它选择了一些他们想要的信息来教育大家，并且呢禁止学生和老师们去谈论一些他们不想要被大家看到的东西。所以当我们学生在跟随这些就是被筛选掉的信息的时候，我们并没有很好的教育到我们的学生，那么我们也会让我们的这个成人忽略了自己的道德责任，所以他们也没有办法看到更大的社会事件之间的联系。如果这个压迫不是在学校里面的话，那么每一个人都会看到他所应该承担的责任和他们所能为社会所做的贡献。
With that, I feel it is my responsibility to use my voice to fight for Palestinian freedom and liberation, and to urge others to do the same. In order to do that, we need to begin by destroying these barriers of ignorance and collectively calling for a ceasefire.
我感觉到这是我的责任，来用我的声音为巴勒斯坦的自由而抗争，为就是 去鼓励其他的人也做同样的事情。为了做到这一点，我想说，我们应该去破除这个无知的壁垒，并且呢，想让大家一起来共同呼吁停止战火。
Growing up, I remember hearing my parents talk about how hopeless they felt. No matter how much they work, they can't earn enough money to live the life they want. They're barely living and fighting just to survive. Many working class people can relate, working ridiculous hours to pay rent and afford what they need. Instead of trying to help the people and improve our quality of life, the government is funding genocide. They're making it hard for Palestinians to live, just like we are struggling to live in the US. It's not true that there's no money to improve education, housing, or healthcare. Politicians are choosing to funnel billions to Israel and make unnecessary budget cuts to pay for war instead. As we plead for peace, our voices are being drowned out by greed and corruption.
OK， 成长期间，我记得就是我经常听到我的父母谈论他们感到多么的无望，无论他们怎样努力工作，他们都不能挣到足够的钱来去过他们想要的生活。他们很少去为这个而抗争。许多的工薪阶层家庭的人们，他们可能都能感到共鸣。他们工作这么长的时间去来付他们的房租，以及来过他们的生活。那么我们的政府呢，他们并没有帮助我们的人民去提高他们的生活水平，而是把他们大量的钱财用来支持种族屠杀。这样呢，会使得这个巴勒斯坦的人民很难生活下去，就像我们在美国的生活一样。这不是一个事实。政府说没有钱去提高我们的教育、房屋以及我们的医疗，因为政客们他们正在把大量的美金运到以色列来去做一些无所谓的这个预算削减，去对国内做一些无所谓的预算削减来去支持战争。所以呢，我们祈求和平，我们的声音呢却被一些贪婪和腐败所掩盖。
That is why being in solidarity with Palestine is so important. It is vital to fighting displacement worldwide. As working class people, we share similar challenges related to exploitation and inequality, and we must be able to recognize our shared struggle for justice and human rights.
为什么来说我们和巴勒斯坦站在一起是这样的重要？我们要形成一个全世界的这个抗争。作为这个工薪阶层的一员，我们有同样的挑战，这和被剥削和不平等相关。所以我们也可以认识到，我们正在为我们的正义和人权做着共同的努力。
Today, I am challenging my own feeling of being one small human in a big world by finding unity with others and joining together to fight for a goal. The strength of coordinated action has made it possible for us to shut down weapons factories and even the Manhattan Bridge, which is in our very own Chinatown. The things people can do when they come together are incredible.
今天呢，我正在挑战我自己的感觉是这个大大的世界里面的一个小小的人，但是呢，尽管是这样，我也可以通过和其他的人团结在一起，并且呢，组织在一起去为这样一个共同的目标而奋斗。那我们的这个行动的这个力量，可以让我们有可能去关掉我们的武器工厂。这个是在我们自己的唐人街，这些事情我们可以做，我们可以来到一起，并且呢，这个是不可估量的。
So I want you to walk away knowing that you can create change. Do not become numb to the genocide or to the deaths. Every life does matter, and we are fighting to protect every life.
所以呢，我想让你也踏 出一步，知道我们可以创造改变，不要对种族屠杀和死亡变得盲目。每一条生命都很重要，这就是我们需要抗争来保护我们每个人的生活。
In the spirit of the Lunar New Year, let us not forget the value of strength and resilience. In the same way dragon dance requires a group of people to hold up the dragon and allow it to rise, we as a community must join together to uphold social justice, human rights, and the liberation of Palestine.
在农历新年的精神上来说，让我们不要忘记力量和这个弹性的价值，因为在同样的这个层面上，舞龙它需要一群人把龙升起来，所以我们作为一个社区呢，应该团结在一起，来为我们的这个社会正义、为我们的人权以及巴勒斯坦的自由而抗争。
And to Congresswoman Meng, I ask, why did you vote against the ceasefire? Why did you allow yourself to be bribed and silenced with AIPAC money? Do not forget that you are representing us, the marginalized, the silenced, the oppressed.
我想对孟议员说，为什么你要投票反对熄火？为什么你允许你自己被受贿？为什么你允许你自己拿 AIPAC 的钱而保持沉默？不要忘记，你是我们的代表，你是我们这一群被边缘化、沉默的人、被压迫的人的代表。
Going forward, my hope for Palestine is the right to self-determination and an end to the Israeli occupation. I want the Palestinian people to experience the freedom and life they deserve. When we work together in organization, change is inevitable. Thank you.
所以呢，此后我希望巴勒斯坦他们有权利来自我做决定，他们可以结束以色列的占领。我想要巴勒斯坦的人们可以去经历自由以及他们应该拥有的生活。所以，当我们这么多组织在一起工作的时候，我相信改变是不可避免的。谢谢大家。
Give it up one more time for Cav and all our youth leaders across the city. We're standing here in Flushing showing our support for Palestine, but we know we're not alone because the whole world is with us. Our next speaker is here to help us connect some of those dots back to the struggle in South Korea and its ties to the struggle in Palestine. Please welcome 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐚 from Korean Americans for the Progressive Party.
안녕하십니까? 저는 진보당 연대 재미위원회 회원 한익수입니다.
My name is 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐚 of the Korean Americans for the Progressive Party in Korea.
우리는 지난 넉 달 동안 3만여 명이 넘는 팔레스타인인들이 죽고 가자 지구가 폐화되는 모습을 지켜보고 있습니다.
Over the past 4 months, we have witnessed more than 30,000 Palestinians killed and the Gaza Strip being devastated.
우리는 추모하고 기억합니다.
We mourn and remember their death and their precious lives and sacrifices.
희생된 분들 하나하나의 고귀한 생명과 삶의 가치를 그리고 지난 75년 동안 팔레스타인인들이 겪었던 고통과 순환의 무게를 기억합니다.
Every one of their death, their precious lives and sacrifices, and the weight of pain and suffering the Palestinians have experienced for the past 75 years.
우리 코리아는 이러한 팔레스타인인들의 역사와 오늘이 같은 시대 같은 경험을 하는 이들로 여겨져 더욱 가슴이 저미어 옵니다.
It is even more heartbreaking to think that Koreans also share the same experience in the same era as the Palestinian people.
팔레스타인과 코리안 두 민족은 1948년 5월을 똑똑히 기억합니다.
Both Palestinians and Koreans would remember May 1948 in history.
1948년 5월 15일 낙바디 팔레스타인은 2000여 년 동안 살아온 자신의 땅을 강제로 잃었습니다.
On Nakba Day, May 15, 1948, Palestinians were forced to lose their land. They have lived on for more than 2,000 years.
1948년 5월 10일 코리아에서는 분단 정부 수립을 위한 선거가 남쪽 지역에서 강제로 실시됐습니다.
On May 10, 1948, Koreans were forced to hold elections separately from the north in the southern regions of the Korean Peninsula to establish a divided government.
그 결과 수천 년 동안 하나로 살아왔던 한반도의 민족이 한반도의 땅이 둘로 갈라졌습니다.
It resulted in division of the Korean Peninsula into two. Not only the land, but the people, which have been one for thousands of years.
그리고 오늘날까지 두 민족은 점령, 전쟁, 학살, 폐허, 체포, 구금, 고문, 봉쇄에 짓눌려 살아오고 있습니다.
And to this day, both people have lived under weight of occupation, war, massacre, ruin, arrests, detentions, torture, and blockades.
이 모두가 잃어버린 땅을 되찾으려는 갈라진 땅을 하나로 만들려는 두 민족의 소망과 노력을 가로막는 자들이 벌이는 비인도적이고 잔혹한 만행에서 비롯되고 있습니다.
All of these stem from the inhumane and cruel atrocities committed by those who block the hopes and efforts of the two people to regain the lost land and unite the divided land.
우리는 그들이 누구인지 잘 알고 있습니다.
We know who they are.
바로 여기 미국은 이러한 만행을 저지르거나 지원하는 배후 역할을 해왔습니다.
Right here in the United States has played a behind-the-scene role in directly committing or supporting these atrocities.
미국은 제2차 세계대전 이후 동아시아 지배의 발판으로 한국을 저 중동 지배의 발판으로 이스라엘을 적극 지원해왔다는 것을 우리는 잘 알고 있습니다.
We also know well that after World War II, the United States have actively supported Korea as a stepping stone for the dominating East Asia, and Israel as a stepping stone for dominating the Middle East.
우리는 촉구합니다. 미국은 이스라엘 지원을 즉각 중단하라.
We call and demand for an immediate end to U.S. support for Israel.
여기 모인 모든 분들의 대다수는 이민자들입니다.
The majority of people gathered here are immigrants.
자신이나 자신들의 부모가 건너온 모국을 생각해 봅시다.
Let's think about the countries we or our parents came from.
아시아, 아프리카, 라틴 아메리카 그 모든 지역 나라들이 과거와 현재 속에서 제국주의 지배와 억압, 착취, 비인도적인 만행을 경험해 왔습니다.
All regions on the countries in Asia, Africa, Latin America have all experienced imperialist domination, oppression, exploitation, and inhumane atrocities in the past and the present.
그래서 오늘 팔레스타인인들이 겪는 아픔과 슬픔은 우리 모두의 아픔이고 우리 모두의 슬픔이기도 합니다.
So the pain and sadness experienced by Palestinians today is also the pain and sadness of all of us.
슬픔은 함께 나누면 절반으로 줄고 희망은 함께 나누면 2배로 커진다고 합니다.
It is said the sadness has helped in when shared, and the hope is doubled when shared.
이제 우리는 희망을 다짐하고 나누어야겠습니다.
Now we must pledge and share hope.
구호로 정리하겠습니다.
I will summarize it with the following chants.
강에서 바다까지 팔레스타인의 해방을!
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free!
백두에서 한라까지 하나된 코리아를!
From Baekdo to Halla, Korea is one!
전 세계 민족과 민중의 해방을 위해 단결 투쟁!
And struggle for the liberation of all people in the world!
고맙습니다. 새해 복 많이 받으십시오.
Thank you and Happy New Year!
Give it up one more time for 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐚 선생님. That last chant, that last word, 투쟁, is a word in our language that means struggle. And we are so proud to be in struggle with all of you together. Want to quickly remind everyone, we do have water, we do have snacks. If you're feeling a little lightheaded, you can sit down. Please, please be mindful of your health. We want everyone to get through this together. Our next speaker is an elder in our movement, someone who for many years has fought against U.S. imperialism, who has fought for the reunification of our country, and is himself a survivor of the Korean War. Please join me in welcoming Subok Kim.